Years ago today, thousands of supporters of former President Donald Trump stormed the U.S. Capitol building to protest the 2020 election results. More than 100 police officers were injured and rioters caused millions of dollars in damage. Since then, hundreds have been charged for everything from unlawful picketing to inciting a conspiracy. Prosecutors have just 2 years left to charge more rioters before the statute of limitations expires. Earlier today, I talked to Dr. Scott Huffman, political science professor at Winthrop University, about how this moment is shaping a pivotal election year.
Take me back to that moment. I think everybody can kind of pinpoint where they were, what they were doing when they saw it on the TV screens.
Yeah, the footage was terrifying. I think to everybody, but especially those of us who are political scientists, we were watching the heart of democracy quite literally being attacked.
This is having political implications as we head into a major election. The Iowa caucus is right around the corner. And for our viewers, what does this mean heading into such a pivotal election year?
So it is playing into the presidential campaign. Assuming if Trump gets the nomination, then both sides are going to be using January 6th as a cudgel to hit at the other side. The Biden side will be saying he attacked democracy. The Republican, the Trump side is going to say, this was a legitimate response to an illegal and unreal election. It doesn't play to the benefit of any of the current other Republican candidates other than Trump to try and blame Trump, because they're going to need Trump supporters if they got the nomination.
Is this really going to be on the mind of voters? Like, are people really going to be thinking about this before they head to the ballot box?
This will be something to try and get voters fired up in your base. Voters tend to focus a lot more on things at home.
And of those issues at home, Huffman pointed to both inflation and the state of the economy. Now, in the 3 years since the attack on the Capitol, more than 1,200 people have been arrested. More than 24 of those people are from North Carolina. And today, Vice President Kamala Harris paid a visit to the Palmetto State. She delivered a keynote address at the 7th Episcopal District AME Church Women's Missionary Society's annual retreat in Myrtle Beach. Vice President Harris briefly discussed the 3rd anniversary of the January 6th attack during the event.
They used brutal force and fear to try and overturn the results of a free and fair election. On January 6th, we were reminded that even though, yes, we have come a mighty long way, we still have far to go. And we still have work to do.
And this message comes a day after President Joe Biden gave a speech condemning what he calls insurrectionists while emphasizing the need to defend America's democracy. Also today, a small group of protesters gathered in Washington, D.C., demanding leniency for those charged for their involvement in the riots. Some have called the prosecutions, quote, unconstitutional and un-American.